Hey friends, I'm back. First, sorry about the month-long hiatus. It's been crazy here in my household. My boys are all into baseball. We had 3 different leagues that I was involved in coaching this year, which made us be at the ball field 4 nights a week for the last 2 months. I've had vacations sprinkled in there. I've had work trips sprinkled in there. So this has been no time for personal hobbies, as you can quite imagine. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's awesome being out there with my boys and coaching with them and seeing their excitement in baseball and developing that love for the game. But as a result of my most recent work trip, I went to Dallas, Texas, and there's a toy store that I've frequented online, Dallas Vintage Toys, and I never thought that I'd actually be able to go there in person. But I was able to. It just worked out where I had some free time, so I was able to go visit there to their shop there in Dallas, and it did not disappoint. I took some video here that you'll see here in a second, and hope you enjoy it as much as I did being there in person. I'll tag their website here at the end just so you can go there and visit if you want to look through what they have online in their online catalog, and they can ship it to you. All right, enjoy the video and stay tuned to the end, and I will show you what I picked up. I love the fact that as I'm walking into what might possibly be the coolest collection of vintage graded toys that I've ever seen, I have to walk through Castle Grayskull just to be able to view it. I think that's such a cool vintage touch. Yeah, as I'm panning over some of these items, I'm going to try to highlight as best I can some cool things that I saw. So there's some Masters of the Universe graded figures. Awesome to see. That life-size draw was pretty cool. Here's the re-release of Star Wars in the 90s VHSs that they've had graded. I have those still up upstairs in my closet. I don't know if anybody else still has those. Here's some graded Nintendo games. I love the glove they have there. I never used it as a kid, but I've heard some cool things about it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have used that glove. Here's some loose Kenner Star Wars figures from New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Not sure how much these go for on the aftermarket, but yeah, I don't have any personally, but I'm sure they fetch a pretty penny. Yeah, here's some wrestling figures. Now these, I do have some memories with the wrestling figures. I did play a lot with those growing up. I was only able to watch WCW in my household. We weren't allowed to watch WWF. So I don't know that I had many of those figures, but I did play with the WCW figures quite regularly, and I think I still have them. I may even have a couple of the WWF ones too. My favorite wrestler was Ultimate Warrior, so I know I had that one, even though he was WWF. Thundercats there. Yeah, those balls. I remember those balls so well. I tell you, this store is like nostalgia overload. Just walking through it brought me back like I was an old Toys R Us store. These G.I. Joes, these are all graded, so these are very expensive. Even non-graded, they're expensive. I still have most of those as I had as a kid. They're at my parents' house, so I try not to let my kids or my nieces and nephews break them when they're over there playing with them, because they obviously don't know the value that we kids now grown up in our 30s and 40s feel about those toys. So yeah, look at all these Star Wars graded carded figures. There's some Return of the Jedi. I think I'm viewing these backwards, so we'll see Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, here's some Empire Strikes Back figures. Oh, look at that life-size Han Solo in carbonate. That's pretty neat. There's a Yoda on the top right. Oh, here's a really nice Return of the Jedi Boba Fett that I'd like to have. Over here is some, I believe these are Empire. Yes, Empire. Oh, look at that Dengar sitting there. Oh, I love the bounty hunters, especially that scene when Vader's on the ship, Star Destroyer, and he sees, and then you have the 5 or 6 bounty hunters there. Dino Riders. Oh, man. I had 2 VHSs growing up, and I remember watching those all the time. I still remember them. I still have most of these figures. But did you guys collect these? Did you guys have Dino Riders as a kid? I remember the Tyrannosaurus, Stegosaurus, Velociraptor. I don't think I had many people. Here's some Jurassic Park. One of my favorite movies of all time. Here's some Star Wars. I think this is from A New Hope, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like.
It's so hard to tell from these are like the re-release or the originals. It's because the way they've done the cards now, they're almost exactly like the originals. But I believe these are the originals. And then here's the best part of this whole video. Check out this cabinet of graded TMNT mint on card. I'll try my best to give some highlights as I'm panning over them, but I go over it kind of fast. There's a metalhead I'd love to have. Here's some Universal Monster Raph. Scumbug, that's pretty cool. There's a Foot Soldier, Rat King, Muckman. There's a Donatello, Dracula. Oh, man, I'd love to have that one mint on card. Won't be able to afford the graded one, but I'd love to have a mint on card. There's a Krang. I still need that one. Let's see. Pizza Face, Ace Duck. There's another Foot Soldier. Slash, it's a cool one. Walkabout, Casey. Man, a lot of good ones here they have. Here's some more of the deluxe figures they have. Star Trek, more Universal Monsters. Their movie Mikey. There's another Casey up top. There's a Muckman, Ray Fillet. Another Metalhead. There's some more Universal Monsters there. Lion-O, Genghis Frog. More Ray Fillets. There's an Anthrax. There's a Mikey. Yeah, these are original 10 packs. Raph, Leo, Donnie, couple Donnies. I'd love to have one of those Donnies graded. Yeah, I'm so wowed at that collection there. Coolest collection I've seen. They also have quite a lot of loose vintage TMNT figures as well. There's a complete turtle van. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. There's a sewer lair. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen one of those sewer play sets. A lot of cool loose TMNT figures here. Some that I don't even have in my personal collection that'll be cool to have. Here's some more vehicles. Here's a complete Technodrome here. Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen one of those. There's a cool Castle Grayskull there in the back. Here's some loose and a carded web store. But I mean, here's some loose MoTU, quite a few. There's a Snake Mountain playset. I remember I have that one. I still have a cool photo of that one as a kid when I opened that up for Christmas. Tongue Lasher loose. He's my favorite MoTU figure. Sure, when I was growing up is because he's purple and he's my favorite. That's my favorite color, but I love Tongue Lasher. More loose Jurassic Park. Here's some loose Dino Riders. Now, this brought back a lot of memories. Like I said earlier, I still have a lot of these. I have so many cool memories of playing with those Dino Rider toys growing up. Brontosaurus had that one too. Just some cool memories here. Let me know how many of you guys had any of these DC figures growing up. I know that I had some. I believe I still have a lot of them at my parents' house, oddly enough. Here's some wrestling figures. I remember that Macho Man. I specifically remember having that one. Let me know if you guys still have any of these wrestling figures or have any memories of those. Here's some Thundercats. I mean, I don't remember playing with Thundercats much, but I loved the show growing up, but I didn't really have the toys.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. And that little trophy room they had there with those Ninja Turtles, those mint-on cards that they've had graded. Oh, man, I could have stayed in there for an hour or so just looking over those because it's not often that you see a collection like that. They did have a lot also that you can see online that haven't been graded that they had in the back that they didn't have out in person. But look on their website. If there's any you see you might want, then yeah, you can buy it online. They'll ship it to you. But I did pick up a few things. The only reason why I didn't buy any of the ungraded mint-on-card TMNTs is that I didn't bring anything to protect them with on the flight home. So it'd be easier just to ship them back to me. Buy it and ship it online. Or buy it online and ship it to me. But I did buy a couple loose MoTU figures that I didn't have yet. And you can see this branding here. It's awesome. And I'm just now noticing the back, all the Transformers. There's their website, by the way. DallasFinchesToys.com. So I got Orko. I haven't taken them out of the package yet, but Orko, which I hadn't had yet, and Webster. So it's not often that I run across a MoTU figure that I didn't own as a child, because I still have most of those. But I didn't have either of those, so I wanted to make sure that I got some from that store and brought it home with me. So good pickups for me there. And then the next, I love this one. I saw this online and I knew going in that I would bring this home with me. But this is a great big button. It's actually what it's called, a great big button. Ninja Turtle. And they had all four, but of course being the Donatello fanboy that I am, I made sure to get Donatello. And I think what's crazy about this is it still has the original sticker. This thing sold in 2002, it looks like, for a dime. So it could have been yours for 10 cents. But this is awesome. This is going to go great with my vintage collection that I have going on. So yeah, anytime I see something vintage that's specifically focusing in on the turtles or Donatello, I got to pick it up. I also wanted to bring back something. This is a memorabilia of the store itself. They didn't have any stickers, which I'm getting in to start collecting. I think it'd be pretty neat to be able to put it on the back or the side of my arcade here. But they did have these themed shirts, which you can only buy in the store. You can't buy online. And I think I saw a deal that if you wear them on a certain day, you get a discount. But I'll probably never. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll ever be able to go back there just because I'm located in a different state, and I never thought I'd get to go there in the first place. So I did want to make sure to get a T-shirt to bring home with me, though, and they had a He-Man themed shirt. Here you see that this was one of the original artworks that they had. But yeah, I thought this was a great one to be able to buy and to keep and to wear and remember my visit to that store. All right, that wraps up this video. I am super close to 200 subscribers, so let's try to get me over that hump. I think that'd be awesome to be able to do that by the end of the year. And please, again, make sure if you like the content, comment on it, and again, most importantly, subscribe. It really helps me out. All right, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.